Predict skill trends is talent org software for a specific operational decisions, forecasts future trends in skill availability to inform long-term sourcing strategy. This video explains what the tool does, why the workflow matters, and how the output becomes useful decision evidence. At quarantadue.ai, every MCP workflow starts from the real tool interface, not from a generic prompt. The goal is simple. Keep the expert in control while the system structures the evidence. Inputs, reasoning, and outputs stay connected in one reviewable flow. Now the results become easier to compare, easier to review, and easier to explain. The problem is that talent org teams often manage this workflow with scattered inputs, inconsistent review rules, and manual interpretation. Predict skill trends narrows that process into a repeatable model so teams can compare cases without rebuilding the logic each time. Predict skill trends starts with a defined input contract. Typical inputs include current employees with skill, annual attrition rate, internal training capacity, training success rate, and external hiring target. Keeping these fields explicit reduces ambiguity and makes every run easier to audit. The workflow then applies calculate the net annual change in skilled workforce by combining gains from successful internal training and external hiring, then subtracting losses from annual attrition. Project the future supply of skilled employees for each year by starting with the current supply and adding the net annual change cumulatively over the projection horizon. Project the business demand for the skill for each year by applying the compound business growth factor to the current supply over the projection horizon. Determine the annual skill gap or surplus for each year by subtracting the projected supply from the projected demand. A negative value indicates a surplus, and calculate the number of years until a critical skill gap emerges, defined as the first year where the gap exceeds 10% of that year's projected demand. If no such year is found within the horizon, return the horizon +1. This keeps the process deterministic, reviewable, and aligned with how talent org teams actually make decisions. Predict skill trends returns structured outputs such as net annual change, years to critical gap, gap in final year gap status, and supply versus demand projection. These outputs are designed to support review, reporting, comparison, and follow-up actions. The value of predict skill trends is not just automation. It is a controlled way to turn repeated talent org work into a documented business process with clear inputs, transparent logic, and reusable outputs.